let's review ways of creating value. So I'm going to start by dividing my page into 4. I'm going to need 2 types of materials for this. For some of them I'll need pencil, and then for the other I'll need pen. And they don't have to be Sharpies per se, they could be some other kind of pen that would just make the same sort of dark mark all the time. So the first one we're going to try is blending. And that one is done with pencil. When you press down hard, you can make a dark value. And when you press down a little bit lighter, you can make a lighter value. And when you're very, very, very gentle, you can make barely any value at all. Now, a couple tricks that you might like to use when you're blending with pencil: you might need to go in and add several layers of value over it to get it the right value that you want if you're going for more of like a medium tone. You also might want to use a finger to blend it, or you could also use a paper towel or a tissue on your finger to blend it to make it more smooth. But usually the goal when you're blending values is that you want to go smoothly from one to the next. You don't want to have any big jumps like I do here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and shade in with different values using smooth blending. The next technique I'm going to do is one that I use a pen for. And this is my personal favorite for pen because I think you get the most range of value from it. So we're going to do stipple. And stipple just means you're using small dots. I could use a skinny pen, but I have a really big area to cover here, so I'm going to use my slightly bigger pen. So with stipple, just like any other value technique, you can get a range of values. If you're trying to go really dark, you'll need to kind of stick in one area for a little while so that you can really layer up the value. So lots and lots and lots of dots close together make a dark value. Don't just color it in. You can make them more spread out for a lighter value, and if it's really light, like if I want it to be, you know, just barely light darker than the paper, I can really spread my dots out a lot. Just a little something. So now I'm going to go in and try to add my dots because it's kind of boring to watch me do this in real time. I'm going to fast forward. Now with all the pen techniques, it's a little bit tricky because you have to kind of go slow at it. Add some marks, take a step back, make sure you haven't put too many, because like with the stipple, if I put too many dots, there's not a way to erase it. So it's best if you're doing a darker value, you can just kind of go for it, but if you're doing a medium to lighter value, it's good to go slow. So for this next one, it's called hatch or hatching. And that just means lines that go one direction. So the lines that are darker are going to be closer together to create a darker value, and they're going to be more and more spread out as they get down to the bottom. So I'm going to start with my lighter values this time because I can always add more lines, but I can't really take them back. I like to do diagonals when I'm doing hatching. You can make them go side to side, you can make them go top to bottom. They just all need to go in the same direction. My final technique is similar to hatching. It's called cross hatching. And how you'll do it is the same as hatching, but going in 2 directions. So first I do lines all going in one way. Then I draw lines going all in a different way, crossing over the first ones. So all of my lines going one way are parallel, and then all of my lines going the other way are also parallel to each other. So they'll look like little X's when you're done, but they won't look like X's until you're finished.